down in the 800 hall. If you do not know where the 800 hall is, it's the gymnasium area, and you probably won't be down there much. It's kind of like a whole different part of the school. And I use Quizizz a lot, and I use Quizizz because it allows you to, track your kids. And I figured the best way for you to learn from it is to participate. But I can't seem to find the chat box in here on this. I see participants, but I don't see the chat. Do you see the chat? How do I get to the chat on here?
It might just be an issue with Teams, Coach McKissic. Can you share your screen?
I can. I sure can. I'll share my screen. Let me see. Let me share my screen here, and then I'll let you type in individually what the team's code is. All right. Can y'all see that? You go to joinmyquiz.com, enter code 888549. And as you see from looking at my screen, you'll see the names pop up. We have Annie. And what I do is I have my whole class come in, and I tell them to put their first initial and their last name. We have Stevens has come in, and I can look at the chat, and that's what I do. I can look at the chat here and see that there are, Coach Troy's texted me, there are 22 people in the meeting. And I'm going to come over here to my classroom here and see that there's only 6 in. So I'm missing some. And that's kind of how it works in class. That, hey, somebody's missing right now. So I'll wait until they all get in, which is what I'm trying to do here. I have Preddy, Sellers, Davis, Jones, Givens, Brown, Stevens, and Annie. So we have 8, and we're still missing a couple. Is anyone having problems getting in? The code is 888549. And this is a 3-minute lesson titled Welcome to the Tribe, Working Hard or Hardly Working. Now we got 9 that's come in. 9 has come in. Rich has come in. Williams has come in. And this is a free program. There is a paid version, which I'm likely going to upgrade today, which is $5 a month, but it is worth it. So we have 11 in right now. And what I do when the kids do not log in, I come over to the chat and I say, okay, Justin, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I won't. I'll just say, Justin, are you having trouble getting in? And if I don't get a response from Justin, I'll come and I'll remove Justin from the meeting. Therefore, I know that
there's a few kids in here that are going to be here for the next segment, so they might not be joined into that. So,
okay, yeah. so what I do is I go ahead and put them out, and what that does is it lets them know, hey, I might want to do something here instead of just logging in and sitting. And then it also lets me know that they're not in here because it has to go forward. So I'm going to stop sharing so I can go forward and start this with the 11 that we have. And I'm just going to hit start on my end. So as I can see, it says welcome to the tribe. You should be able to as well. This is by Coach McKissic. I'm going to go on to the next question. Asynchronous learning can be difficult because they want you to teach 30 kids on the computer.
I'm sorry, Coach McKissick, we're not seeing your screen.
It should be on yours now if you go to...
Okay.
And let me know if you see that.
Yeah, it's on my screen where we logged in. Okay. The 9 of us that did.
Okay, so it should be on that screen, not the shared screen. So it should say they want us to teach 30 kids. Don't forget about the 6 there in front of you. Please have your warm body count done by 9:20 a.m. along with something else that they made up last night while watching Shark Tank. And that's why it can be difficult, because there's a lot of things that they want you to do. And if you can't live up to those expectations, Miss McGee and friends will call you to the office. Yes, you will need to bring all of your belongings and your badge. And this is a group of her friends along with Mr. Pollock. Can everybody see the picture here?
Mr. Are we supposed to be clicking on anything, or are we just looking at it as you do it?
Right now you're just clicking as I do it.
Okay.
But are you able to see this picture with Miss McGee and her friends?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, great. So now I'm going to go on to the next one, which is a question. And we have a countdown here. And I set the timer for the question. What color book bag did the kid have on in the last picture? And sellers, can you not, well, you can answer here, but on my end, I can see who has not answered right now. Sellers hasn't on both of hers. I guess she's in here twice. So one of the sellers didn't answer. So the sellers that didn't answer, which is another one, I can't see it from here, but the kid had on a white book bag. 5 of you all said black, 2 said red, 1 said white, 4 said blue. And that was in the background of the picture. So I'm going to the next slide. About me, I'm the head boys basketball coach, head cross country coach, head golf coach. I've been teaching for 15 years. My wife is a teacher as well at Tri-Cities High. This is my 4th year at Creekside. Now there's a question, but it's a different type of question. I've been teaching for how many years? And on my end, I can see what you're typing. Andy says 4. Rich says the correct answer. Steven says 19. Coleman says 4. Sellers said 5. Given said 7. Malone 5. Williams 10. And at this point, there's 31 seconds left, and I'm waiting on Sellers M. So at this point, I'm going to remove Sellers M out. I know that Sellers is in here twice, but I'm going to remove that person out so we don't hold up the whole group. The correct answer is 15. And now they're going to show a leaderboard here. Jones is winning at 1790 points. 8 incorrect answers and 4 correct. Don't believe the hype. Creekside High School is one of the top schools in the nation. We have one of the best AVID programs in the nation, led by Miss Lee. Please don't mistake her for Pastor Kim. It's not Pastor Kim, that's Miss Lee. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. What does the V in AVID stand for? Stevie said advanced via individual determination. Now, Stevens is outgoing, but that's not what we asked for. So if I am the teacher here now, I do want to let her know, or him, that it's a great job, but that's not the question. It was, what does the V stand for? And I think everyone has a right. Now we're waiting on 2 people, which is Williams and Malone. So at this point, I'm checking to make sure Williams is okay. I see Malone. Click there. So Williams, are you all right? Are you there? Do you need some help? I see Williams has answered. Coming to the next question. I'm not sure if you see the question here. So I'm going to go back. And I think this is the last one. Mr. Hyman likely has what kind of phone? Is it an Android, an iPhone, a flip phone, or just a house phone? Right now, flip phone's winning. Android's at 4. Android at 5. Just a house phone too. And M. Jones has not answered yet, so that's the person we're waiting for. And they didn't answer at all. So whoever M. Jones is, they didn't participate in that question, or we had an error on the computer. Because M. Jones has been winning, so it's probably just an error. Miss Hyman does have an iPhone, by the way. Don't let the school run you crazy. Use Quizizz.
Yeah.
Contact Coach McKissic for one-on-one help. Quizizz lessons are free. You can get advanced versions for $5 a month. I'm going to end the lesson, and then I'm going to share my screen, and then I will be done and out of your way. I'm going to share so you can see the back end of it. I'm going to share my screen here. And it's very helpful because you can see what's going on. Now, you should be able to see my screen. It shows that I have 12 participants and who has what. I'm going to go to view reports here and pull up my quizzes. I can see that M. Jones was leading here, but then on one of them they did not attempt. I can go down and see that Malone only got one correct, and if I click the name, I can see how much time they took on each question. What color is the book bag? Red, 11 seconds here. Hyman has an iPhone 11. What does the V in Avid stands for? And this person put Bo. So at that point, I'm going to have a conversation with student Malone, either trying to figure out what happened here. Why is it that they put Bo? Because now I can see it. I can come over here to Coleman, and this is what they have. As you see how quick they answered the questions and, you know, what I got on them. Another thing that I like about this is that I could email it to the parent, and it will email that as well. I could just click it in. It will send them that spreadsheet. I can also go question by question and look and see where we had problems. So if this is one that the majority of the class missed, I probably need to reteach that subject or that question. On this one, most of you all got that wrong. Only 33% of the class got it right. And we have on here with Avid, then you got the Androids, you have just the house phone. 17% thought Mr. Hyman just had an iPhone. So I go in here, and this is what I use a lot. Another way that you can do it is you can come here and you can assign it for homework, and that makes it asynchronous. So if I assign it for homework, I'm going to click it here and put the time that is due, and then I'm going to hit continue and then share that link into my teams. I can watch them as they work, even if it's on homework. I can go back and I can watch as they're answering questions, and I can know who did what and how long it took. So that's what I use, and it has made my life very easy. So if you have any questions, you can ask me or just contact me.
Will you share with them some of the additional things you said homework? Remember when we were talking, you were talking about how they can use it with when they're doing passages in different content areas, language arts, social studies, science.
Yes, I could do that. So if I come here and I'm going to pull up the lessons, if you don't want to do one that's paid, I'm just going to come here and what is it, math, algebra, and I could type in algebra. I don't have any on my own, so I'm going to come here and I can type in algebra, and they have some already made by other teachers. I'm going to click lessons here, and I'm going to say that I want it in high school, and I want it in math. Click apply, and I can come here and see algebra exponents. I'm going to click that. I want to view the lesson just so I can see what's on there. And this was created by Jennifer Underwood. I'm going to hit start here, and it's going to show me what they have. So I'm going to type in my answer. If I put 6, it was incorrect. I'm missing all of them. So you can go in and do lessons. Let's see here. And that was 50% there, and I missed that one. So I can do that as much as I want. I can also have it where you can type in. There was open-ended questions on the lesson that we did. That's when you put how many years I had been teaching and things like that. And you would actually put the correct answer in and the alternatives that they can choose. And as long as it says the same thing you wrote, it will give them credit. Another thing that I like about the class is I can go to reports on here, and I can go all the way back to ADAP 3 years ago at Creekside. So if a kid comes and, hey, coach, I passed the ADAP. There was 21 participants 3 years ago, and I can go over here to the kids. Tyler Wallace, 0. I'm guessing all these kids fail, or maybe they just didn't attempt it there. And they'll come back and they'll want to say I passed it. I can come, or if it's a final exam, I can put in there and I can see the in green what they got, and that helps us just keep track of our information. I've been using this for years, so I can download it, I can print it, I can email it, I can sort it by score, by accuracy, by last name, first name. Anything that I need is basically an online system that helps you out, and you can use it with whatever you want to use it with.
Coach McKissic, I had 2 questions in the chat. One was, did you include the music, or was the music already included? The second one, is the timer in there for homework?
The music was already included, but you can choose to mute it if you want. The timer is also a time that you can set or you cannot set. When I'm doing it in class, I don't have the timer on because some kids will just sit and wait for the timer to go out because they know the next question to come up. So I put it where I have to advance it. Therefore, I can say, hey, do you need help? Because I see that you're not answering. And then we can talk about each individual question and the responses. The kids can't see what the other kids are typing, only you as a teacher.
Okay, Seminoles, are there any other questions for Coach McKissic? Thumbs up, thumbs down if you like it, don't like it. We would like to know. I think it's a good tool. So if you like it, don't like it. If you have any questions, always know that you can email Coach McKissic. The 800 hall is downstairs. And I know some of you are probably still at a point where you didn't even know we had a downstairs. So towards the back of the school, there's a set of stairs. You can go down those stairs and you'll be on our 800 hall. And that's where Coach McKissic and the other health and PE coaches are located. That's also where our small gym is located, and is a downstairs level to the main gym. Thank you, Coach McKissic. We do appreciate you taking the time out to come in. I think this tool can be used in every content area. Even in the conversation with Coach McKissic, he said you can use it with your openers, you can use it with your closing, you can use it with, I like where he was saying with, with different content areas where you have a big passage that you're going through with students. You can take clips of it, place it in the quizzes, get to your stopping point where you can ask questions, or you all can, have discussion questions listed there so that you can break up or chunk those large passages for students so that you can make sure that they are being engaged. So it's just a lot of different things that you can use it for. Coach McKissic, there is also one additional thing that I saw in there. It says email to parents.
Correct.
Can you explain the email to parent feature?
So what I do on there is I go, and if you click email to parent, with it, one thing that it does, it helps you with your contact log. because you don't want to just contact them when they're not doing well. But I have my screen up here, and I'll say Preto, which I'm sure is Jasmine, even though that was 2017. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to hit, actually, it's here. I'm going to say email the parent. And I'm going to put in the email address here. I'll say, is it McGee Y at FultonSchools.org. And this, if I hit view report, this is what's going to go to that parent that she took it on December 7th at 1:20, got an 80, 25 questions, 20 correct, 5 incorrect, 0 unattempted, and it has her actual scores. So when you look at the time taken, that's usually the biggest ones, because you have kids that are just abracadabra it, and then they'll say, well, teacher didn't teach it. But then the parent can sit here and say, well, son, you only took 1 second on it. So it might not be the teacher here. It may be you. So if I hit the email it to parent and I hit send, it's going to send it automatically. And it'll pop up from Teams. Not Teams, from Quizizz. So I do that all the time just to kind of keep the kids with it. Another thing that it happens here, if I go to my quizzes, like we did managing anger, and I can go back and I can see that there are 45 slides, and I can hit, there is a, where is it at here? There's a, you can have flashcards, so it'll help you out with the lesson. I didn't see it on there right there, but if I come, let me see. But anyway, there's flashcards so the kids can study with their lesson as well. Any other questions? So here's where I set the timer. I can also have read aloud for the kids that may have trouble reading.
Title: Managing Anger, Coach McKissic. Title: Standards. Standard 1. Comprehending Concepts. Performance Indicator 1.12.1. Predict how healthy behaviors can affect health status. Performance Indicator 1.12.
So it has a read aloud as well. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good system to have. And if you, especially on these asynchronous days, if you just teach it one time and record yourself, you can stop it in between, ask questions, have them answer it. It's pretty good, even on those days that you're tired and you're not asynchronous and you just need a semi-break.
All right, Coach McKissic. Appreciate you.
Right.
I have one question.
I got you, Ms. Spray. Mrs. Spray had one question. Her question was, how do you input the parents' emails?
I just copy it over from the system on Infinite Campus. You can create a class and transfer all of the information over and have them sign up and do it automatically, but I don't do that. I just hadn't got to it.
Okay. Teachers, are there any other questions?